Good day, each and everyone. I'm Shermaine Gonzalez from the Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. For today's video, I will going to define what is Bloom's taxonomy and what is the appropriateness of assessment methods. So let's start. A Bloom's taxonomy is a set of three hierarchical models used for classification of educational learning objectives into levels of complexity and specificity. The three lists cover the learning objectives in cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. The cognitive domains list has been the primary focus of the traditional education and is frequently used to structure curriculum, learning objectives, assessments, and activities. So, let's proceed to the traditional. In 1956, Benjamin Bloom headed a group of educational psychologists who developed a classification system for levels of cognitive skills and learning behavior. The classification system they created is often referred to as Bloom's taxonomy. The word taxonomy means classifications of structures. Bloom's taxonomy classifies thinking according to 6 cognitive levels of complexity. First is the knowledge, second is the comprehension, third is the application, fourth is the analysis, fifth is the synthesis, and last is the evaluation. So let's proceed to the revised Bloom's taxonomy. During the 1990s, Lauren Anderson and a group of cognitive psychologists updated the taxonomy. The revisions they made appear fairly minor, however, they have a significant impact on how people use the taxonomy. The changes can be divided into 3 categories: the terminology, the structure, and the emphasis. So, now, let's define what is the appropriateness of assessment methods. So, if a learning targets are clearly stated, assessment can be precise and accurate. Once learning targets they are clearly set, you can easily determine the appropriate assessment method. Assessment methods can be categorized according to the nature and characteristics of each methods. So let's proceed to the written response instrument. Written response instruments. This includes objective tests like multiple choice, true or false, matching type, or short answer tests. Essays, examinations, and checklists. Examples: objective tests appropriate for the various levels of the hierarchy of educational objectives. So next is the product rating scales. Checklists, rating scales, and rubrics are tools that state specific criteria and allow teachers and students to gather information to make judgments about what students know and can do in relation to the outcomes. They offer systematic ways of collecting data about specific behaviors, knowledge, and skills. So next is the performance test. Is a task students must perform instead of then write a test. For instance, in a Spanish class, students may be asked to deliver an oral presentation rather than a traditional exam. Performance assessments consist of open-minded response exercises, extended tasks, and portfolios. So second to the last will be the oral questioning. It requires the ability to think quickly and easily while facing a class or individual student, to shift and change as thought progresses, and to phrase questions in clear and simple terms. You must always be mindful of the technique to follow when handling students' questions and answer. So last will be the observation and self-reports. Teacher observation and student self-reports or the assessment. These are useful supplementary assessment methods when used in conjunction with oral questioning and performance tests. Teacher observations basically record the frequency of students' behavior, activities, and remarks in the anecdotal records. That's all.